was it you used to check?
I had been watching YouTube videos, and I pulled up my YouTube video watching history. It showed a 15-minute video that I had watched about 10 minutes of that I began at 49 minutes past 2. So I came to the conclusion I went to bed about 3.
All right. You went to bed around 3.
Yes.
What woke you up later that morning?
I thought I heard voices coming from inside the house that I didn't recognize.
Okay. What'd you do?
I got up, I put my bathrobe on, and I went to go find out what the noise was.
Okay. Where'd you go?
I went out of the bedroom and started approaching the hallway where the children's room was, because I could see light coming from one of the bedrooms.
Okay. And then what?
Then I went to saw the light was coming from Megan's room. I looked into Megan's room and I saw Benjamin's feet and Megan's feet, and Benjamin was giving Megan chest compressions. The voice that I'd heard was the 911 operator coming through Benjamin's phone.
Okay. What did you do when you saw that?
I asked Benjamin what happened, and he told me he stabbed Megan.
Did he say anything else about it?
No.
Okay. Then what happened?
I started to go into the room. I thought maybe I could help, and I saw Megan's face, and she looked horrible. She was gray. It looked like she was in a lot of trouble, and I decided to go get Kathy instead, because Kathy has more experience with that, with life-saving stuff.
Okay. At some point, did law enforcement come to your door?
Yes.
What time was that? Well,
I have no idea.
Okay. Tell the jury about that. Did they knock? Did they?
No, they didn't. I don't remember clearly whether they knocked. I don't think they had to, because I heard as I was going back from our bedroom to the children's bedroom, I had to pass the front door, and I heard Benjamin's phone on the loudspeaker. I heard the 911 operator say the police were there, and so I turned to the front door instead and let them in.
When the police came in the door, what did you ask the police to do?
I asked them to help. I asked them to help Megan. That's right.
At some point, your son was taken away in handcuffs.
Yes.
Did you then start talking to law enforcement at the scene?
After Benjamin was out of the house?
Yes, sir.
I talked briefly to law enforcement, yes.
Okay. When Benjamin was being let out, did you ask him anything about what had happened?
Yes, I asked. They brought him past me as I was standing at that point at the front door with several police officers. And I asked Benjamin what happened.
And what did he say?
He said it was a dream. And
when you interacted with the Harris County Sheriff's Office, how'd that go?
it did not go well. I wanted them to help, and I did not see them helping.
Mr. Elliott, in September, leading up to this event, did you notice anything different about Benjamin?
I don't think so.
Well, let me rephrase.
Okay.
This jury's heard witnesses talk about Ben being silly, goofy, funny, loving his sister.
Yes.
Did any of that change as
No.
September 29th was coming up?
No, not at all.
Do you have any reason or know of any motive why Ben would hurt his sister?
No.
Objection, Judge, on speculation.
If you know.
No, I don't.
After where did the police tell you to stay when they were looking through the house?
They moved us from several rooms. They put us initially they put me by the front door. When Kathy came out, they put us in the kitchen. Eventually, they talked about having us go to the garage. Finally, they let me go into the bedroom to get dressed. And then they told us they wanted us out of the house.
Non-responsive.
Okay. You were put in just different places. You're
Yes.
around.
Yeah.
Were you getting any answers from the sheriff's office?
No, they would not tell us whether Meghan was alive. They wouldn't tell us what condition she was in, nothing.
Did that treatment of you continue for a while?
Objection, Judge, relevance.
What is the relevancy?
Judge, the state in their opening statement said that they lawyered up and wouldn't talk to law enforcement. There's been insinuations that they're anti-prosecution. And this goes,
It's overruled.
you can answer the question.
Oh, so, what was it? I forgot what it was. I'm sorry.
Did the treatment where you were kept in the dark, did that continue?
Yes.
As the investigation was unfolding, did you feel the investigators were giving you information?
I actually never received any contact by investigators. It was the only contact we had were by the responding officers, and they weren't giving us any information.
After Benjamin was arrested, did law enforcement come ask you for, well, first of all, who's Dale Carroll?
He's a family friend of ours who is also an attorney.
What did he do that night?
He came to the house. Kathy called him, and he came to the house to represent us.
Now, you know the police got a search warrant.
I'm sorry?
Are you aware that the police got a search warrant?
No.
Either way, were any of these computers in this room, did anybody bother asking you for those or looking through those?
They didn't ask me, no.
At some point, did you go speak to the homicide detectives?
Yes. Kathy and I both went and spoke.
Okay. You were cooperative with them?
Yes.
What about, well, who have you talked to since 2021, October of 2021 from law enforcement?
We talked to the Harris County detectives initially after the event, and we talked to one person at the prosecutor's office initially, very close to after the event, and since then, nothing.
Okay. You said one person at the DA's office.
Yes.
This wasn't either one of these prosecutors?
It wasn't, no. It wasn't.
Okay.